Yeah. Well,
just
at this
did
point,
one.
yeah. No, it'd be funny if I lost a future job for ironically making fun of an Asian accent, which is making fun of a white guy losing his job over an Asian accent. That would be pretty meta of me if I could pull that off.
You might as well. That's what's funny.
Here's-
Because I feel like even if we play this clip, which we're going to,
Mm-hmm.
it's still like we're playing the clip on our podcast, so it's as if we're saying the racist stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we're talking about the news, man. If you don't know, I mean, I feel like everybody knows. We're talking about Shane Gillis, the guy who got hired by SNL. He's a comedian out of New York, or originally I think he's Southern of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking dug up. He said some racist shit, but also like,
We're gonna play the clip, so everyone.
let's
can be
play
involved.
it, dude.
All right, let's play it.
Dial
All
it
right.
up.
Okay.
He said some racist shit. SNL hired him. SNL apparently, by the way, does not think podcasts are like a medium. They must not put any, effort into finding people because. Wait, but by the way, is that the guy who tweeted it? So
Yeah.
let's talk about this real
Okay.
quick.
All right.
The guy who fucking tweeted this. Hold on, exit out real quick. What's his name? The guy who posted the Shane Gillis clip. I read up on this guy, Seth Simmons, verified check mark, of course, because then if he didn't have that, then we wouldn't be listening to him. But he's a quote unquote comedy reporter, which that's a job that doesn't need to exist. A comedy reporter. Everybody universally hates this guy. Even the people I feel like who are upset probably hate this dude. A comedy reporter? What job is that? What does he work for? Like Vultures? One of those shit magazines?
Dude, it's a beat. It's a beat.
It is a beat, but like it's an entertainment beat. Like I understand like if you were just reporting like, so and so got this special, so and so got like comedy news, right? Like saying, "Oh, Bill Burr just announced Bill Burr's taping a special in Seattle this Thursday," or just announced Joe Rogan's new special is going to be called this. That's comedy reporting.
We
This
didn't turn off
is
the fucking AC. Dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I'm not gonna edit over this, but you might notice a little bit of noise. That's because we have AC on because the world is burning and it's 98 degrees outside all the time. I know, man. It's really gonna be a bummer. I know the audio quality is gonna improve.
Yeah,
but
that's it. No, I was like wondering. I'm like,
I feel too comfortable. I feel too at ease.
Yeah,
I'm not mad.
I didn't. Yeah, I, know.
I get
I was
really
like,
mad, which then causes me to sweat more. Either way, let's get to the clip. This guy Seth Simmons seems like a jerk off, and we're probably
to defend him. Ultimately, it's the game because Seth Simmons doesn't. He is a mercenary. You know what he's trying to do?
He's a hired gun.
He did it. Yeah. He's like, the people want controversy.
Yeah.
They don't want comedy. They just want
drama.
They want drama. Myself included.
Yes.
I love drama.
Well, we've gotten to this point now that like the actual world is so ridiculous that like journalists have to raise the stakes, dude.
Yeah.
Like if think about what the average person's news feed looks like to nowadays.
Right.
Just fucking insane violent behavior from like, rednecks beating each other at like a Big Lots or like
I saw the video. It's good.
Yeah, dude. Like, so a boring journalist who wants to write around like the roots of comedy were developed, on the Sunset Strip. Like, no one wants that.
No.
So yeah, it's a tough position to be in. I get it, but
it is. But you know what? Before we start this clip, it's the responsibility of us to not be a sheep and think about what does this mean?
Yes.
So
dude, it is absolutely our responsibility. Play this clip, dude.
All right, cool.
Damn, Chinatown's fucking nuts.
It's crazy, dude.
It is full fucking China, dude. It's fucking Chinese down there.
I wonder how that started. They just built one fucked up looking building, and people were like, "All right, no one said anything.
Let the fucking chinks live there, huh?"
Well, they built these fucking like huge Shanghai house. The first one must have infuriated everyone. They were like,
well, that's it, right? I mean, that's the whole thing.
Ducks out of that window.
You know what? Yeah, true. Also, I'm always like,
it is funny, dude. Like, listen, am I Asian? No. Is it offensive? Yes. To me, when I watch it, it's less like, I think, okay, so the question has to legitimately be asked. Do we think that this guy's legitimately racist and hates Asian people?
If you're asking me,
I'm asking you.
I don't.
I don't think he does either. I think he's a comedian who's just trying to say something ridiculous. to get people to watch the videos. We're talking to you, all 43 people. I would say so much worse if we could get 200 views. I'll say anything. And these guys have action.
Like, oh,
I did not.
I know.
No, yeah.
I'm even gonna censor the.
It's a good. Yeah.
Well, you're editing this.
No, that's staying, dude.
I know. No, I know because I will never make my livelihood on comedy that I need to make sure I'm not saying racial
that's a good
slurs.
point. I'm actually trying though, so this is tricky water for me. But to me, it just sounds like a dude who's like. He's just like talking off the cuff of like, how can I say something ridiculous? And
dude,
it wasn't like that funny. I don't know.
Okay, here's what's kind of annoying to me.
Also, we're not Asian.
That's the thing.
We
can't really.
Are we allowed to have an opinion?
We're not.
Hey,
but here
we should call the title of this video "Two White Guys Respond to Another White Guy's Use of
Hey, you know what?
YouTube would bury us. No one is gonna find this video. They'll shadow ban the fuck out of this video if that's what's going down.
But okay, I can't say right or wrong because of my perspective of who I am as a person. But here's what kind of bugs me. I've seen a lot of tweets and people remarking to this because I think his argument was, I'm a comedian. It was a joke. I don't like these people that are like, well, I don't really see what the joke is. I mean, you just said a racial slur, so I don't really think that's a joke. I'm kind of confused why this is funny. I'm like, you kind of got to see where it's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, no, at the end of the day, the things that are funniest are the things you're not supposed to say.
Exactly.
So he's just saying a taboo word just to say it. So it's like, I'm not gonna sit here and be another fucking voice being like, what is comedy? Is this offensive or not? I'm just like, what, dude? If we ever get famous, I mean, we're 16 episodes in. Do you think there's dirt? I don't think that there is. I don't think there is.
There's not enough.
I don't think we've given them enough yet. So like, if this is someone scrubbing through this 5 years from now, at SNL season 56,
I don't think we want to play the game though, because I think who I am and kind of like what I represent, I have to be content with the fact that I'm never going to be on SNL because first of all, not talented enough. Second of all, I've said the R word.
Yeah. Oh, you think retarded would tank us?
I think it could.
I don't think so.
No.
Because I don't think it would.
Why not?
Because
when I hear this, he doesn't.
Because it's too general. It's not a specific race term or homophobic term.
I don't know, man.
If you're gonna go after, here's the one thing. You thought it was funny or you didn't think it was funny. It was offensive. It wasn't offensive. I don't give a fuck what your opinion is. This much is clear. SNL is no longer in the business of like taking risks on anything.
No.
And do you want to watch comedy that doesn't take any risks?
What is it then?
It's not comedy. Like, dude, saying that SNL has the beat on like what comedy is like preposterous.
I think comedy.
So they are so far removed from like what people.
Okay, what I will say, if they have done some divisive stuff. In the
of
past.
course they have, but not lately.
Yeah.
What's the most divisive thing they've done lately?
Well, they've gone bad on like woke people. They've done some stuff where I've been like, okay, they're dissing.
Yeah,
they have, but my point being is, I think comedy has to be mean.
Yeah, of course it does. Like, it's not a joke unless it's at someone's expense.
I think so.
I think it's just a matter of making a judgment call of, do we think this guy is actually racist, or do we think he was just trying to say something shocking?
Okay.
And people are too fucking dumb, and they would rather just read an article and read like a transcript of it than, put any thought into it. I guarantee half the people who tweeted about this guy sucks didn't watch the video, for one. Just didn't watch it. Just saw like the headline. And two, also, I'll go this far. You know why also this dude's getting such a hard time? He has a southern accent. He's an easy target in the Trump era, dude. He looks and talks, kind of like a Trump voter. He's an easy target. He fits a mold of something that people want to tear down.
Right.
So, just by being that way, he gave him rope to hang him.
Dude, I got a theory.
Ancient pyramids, black holes, who did 9/11?
I have a theory.
What if Shane Gillis was a pawn to be thrown under the bus. He was cast only to be fired.
Oh.
As a news story.
That's a real high level conspiracy. I do support it. The only reason I think that's not a possibility is because I don't think SNL's that smart. And I don't think that they would. I mean, if they are, then they're Machiavellian smart.
Right.
You're saying he was meat for the pitchforks.
To create some buzz.
Yeah, for sure. Well, also,
I don't believe this, but I'm throwing it
listen,
out there.
I want to believe, X-Files, but like I will say this, like I think that at this point SNL's just making they're feeding like the woke fans, right? They're literally pandering.
Here's the thing
to those people.
Here's what I'm worried about. I think we are all like pro let's not make others feel like shit. Based on something that's no responsibility of their own. But here's what I'm seeing. I think the tides will turn. I think people get fired like this because they're like, oh, well, ultimately NBC was thinking this will be financially detrimental to have this guy on the show.
No, that's all they give a fuck. They do not give a. I mean, dude, listen. Again, these are points that have been made by everyone, but like. How many sketches did they do that were racist against Asian people? Where like John Belushi was like, fucking blah, 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 like this, literally. Like the fact that they can come out and say something is
that's a good point.
It's bullshit top to bottom. Was what he said offensive? Yeah, probably. Like I don't have that perspective. I'm also a comic, so I'm probably more forgiving than
and
like
white.
the average. And I'm also of the white race, which doesn't help.
And a man. So I do.
Yeah.
I know. I almost didn't want to bring this up because it was like,
like
this guy's like our brethren.
Well, don't say that. That's kind of poor choice of words.
But
listen here, we got your back, brother.
To outsiders looking in, they're like, yeah, that guy's like on your team.
Of course, you back
He
him.
looks like you.
No, I think I'm just like, dude. That's kind of like I don't know. Honestly, the only thing I've thought about it is like, have we said anything that will get us fired? Just off the top of my head, I think I blamed like kids killing themselves on the parents sometimes. I feel like that will come back to haunt me.
You think so?
I think it might. But here's the thing though, dude. Most of our podcast is hating on dumb white trash, and they're fair game. Mm-hmm. So I think we're good, dude. We haven't, we've never used any racial slurs.
Nope.
We've used other slurs that got bleeped, so good luck with that.
Yeah.
I think we're good, man. So
That's funny.
go ahead, keep doing improv, man. You can go on SNL.
We are aware enough where if we do say something, we both look at each other like, yeah, we're gonna edit that.
We're gonna bleep it.
because we don't want to lose our jobs.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we still should lose our jobs because we said it. You don't know what we said, but we said something bad.
Yeah.
And we knew it too.
Well, just because we're trying to say ridiculous shit. And also, again, that would be the irony of this. If we got tanked under a podcast that was literally called Nobody's Listening.
Dude, you want to hear something?
Irony would be too great.
There's part of me, people have said like, well, don't you think saying something like, I said on the anecdotal experience, I think I said something about if you were born with hepatitis C, your life is trash. Someone quoted that, that
just seems, true. I don't know.
I stand
It's
by
not your
that.
It's not your fault, and you shouldn't feel bad about it. But
Yeah.
your life is probably trash.
Dude, I must have said that because someone on an iTunes review quoted me. The only 1-star review on there. There's people that have said negative things about the podcast, but still left a 5-star review.
Yeah.
The only 1-star was someone saying, I need to know who it is because they threw me under the bus.
Yeah.
And when I read that, I was so flattered that someone listened to enough of it to have a bell.
That's the thing, is like that's the pipe dream, is that we're out here just trying to get people to actually listen, trying to get people to stop, hitting their vape pen all night, drinking wine and pay attention for 3 seconds. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Is it tricky?
It's tricky, dude.
I feel like it's not tricky, dude. I think it's at the end of the day, corporations do whatever's in the best interest of the
People
shareholders.
threatened to pull ads.
But
People were going to
yes.
pull ads. Then SNL said, and also they just don't want to be. They also, I think that like media, I think NBC and them puts too much weight in like bad articles. Like they're, oh, we can't get a bad
Right.
Vulture piece because then who gives a fuck about Vulture?
Yeah.
I mean, like, what kind of miserable cunt do you have to be to literally read Vulture articles and be like, yeah, I needed to hear that?
I think here's what it is. I think it's 100% the headline and what the headline's
Yeah.
effect is on someone scrolling.
It
a
is.
Facebook
No, it
news
is.
feed.
Dude, I can tell you this
Yeah,
firsthand. It is. I worked at a news organization
yeah,
for
you
5
know
years.
about
Like,
this.
literally, I would go into meetings where they would be like, they would brainstorm ideas about how to make something sound more salacious in a headline. So they're like, we need people to click. They were like, wait, I would legitimately hear them say, we don't really care if they read the article, we just need them to click so we get a page views for it and we can monetize it. They did not care.
No.
People, they don't. Here's the thing. I'm telling you firsthand, if you read anything that pops on your Facebook feed, that organization does not give a shit if you read it. They just want you to click. So, you know, maybe if you see ridiculous headlines, don't click. If you know it's clickbaity, don't do it. Don't give them the money.
You got to be more subtle.
Don't
with
reward
the,
them. Don't reward them.
It was so funny. Someone I know, they posted an article. It was a Christian blog, right?
Yeah.
So the salacious title was like, why I...
Woman votes.
No. It was yeah, they're like, I can't believe that. I got to look at this. It was like, why I wish I didn't save sex for marriage. All right. So on a Christian website,
Then
that's
you're like,
big.
I gotta see
Yes.
that, you know?
So it was funny. Someone shared this, and then there were a couple. I checked it out. They got me.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's see this, because I knew it was a Christian website. Then I read it, and it's kind of like, it's basically, it's a salacious title, but at the end of the day, they're still Christian. The point of view still stands.
Yeah.
So it was a trick, right? And they got most people. And I was like, okay. Then I was like, I'm gonna read the comments on the person that posted this.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. One of my friend's moms was like, oh, interesting read, but I'm kind of upset. I feel like the title is misleading. I'm like, no shit, you
No, of
dumb bitch.
course,
Like,
yeah.
they got you, dude.
Dude, people like you're right, man. Like people, the average people are not taking any responsibility.
Yeah,
for
dude.
being stupid. It's like stop.
Dude,
like
I said
no,
dumb bitch.
Listen, dude. Okay, you heard me say, or I'm not gonna. Is this where we're gonna be?
I don't
Is this
know.
how we're gonna be?
I don't
Is
know.
this the future of comedy, man?
Yeah.
Is this it?
Just being afraid
Is
to
this
say
it?
anything?
Just being afraid of it. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I said that just to say an illicit, ridiculous thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my
So
god,
somebody's gonna leave a
dude.
comment like, I don't really understand why that was a joke.
Yeah,
I don't really
no.
get
See,
it.
here's the thing: we would beg people to leave a comment. Please engage
Oh,
somebody.
dude. Well, someone was talking
There's that
shit.
one guy.
and
What's
we
his
got
name?
excited.
Steve Van Cleek. Dude,
Yeah,
he watched
dude.
him. Listen, first of all, dude, thanks for watching. Second of all,
Yeah.
cut it out, dude. Like, we're trying.
No,
Although
keep it going for
No,
the engagement.
Yeah, that's true.
My
Well,
dog.
the first time he said something like, "Can you timestamp the funny parts?" And then I said, "Yeah, it's 0 second to 1 hour and 2 minutes."
Good
Basically,
joke.
the whole,
Yeah,
I thought it was a
yeah,
good joke.
that's a good joke.
Then he said, nobody's listening, downvoted. Which, okay, whatever, fine, respect, dude. Then he came back last week and he was like, "Man, you guys are really cranking these out." I'm like, who is this man? He's like my dad that I want to be proud of me, but I can't get him to be proud of me. I'm just like every week trying something new.
Yeah.
Steven, what can we do to impress
dude.
you, dude?
Dude, that's it. At the end of the day, though, I know Steve. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I like him. But ultimately, he's also a good guy because he's like giving us the time of day. Mm-hmm. Most of our friends are like, oh, good for those guys.
Yeah.
They're not like,
well, they see a clip and they're
Yeah,
like,
that-
which is fine. People got busy
yeah,
lives.
they
you
do.
can't-
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's funny.
But Steve, like, even if he was like, guys, like the whole thing was pretty bad, I'd be
Yeah.
like, dude, thanks for giving it a chance.
Yeah,
though.
no, for real, respect.
that's
I mean,
awesome.
like.
Like, you don't have to. I'm not saying if someone watches it, like, I didn't really like it, I'd be like, okay, then don't watch
That's
it
fine.
anymore. But
yeah,
thanks.
that's the whole thing about comedy, right? Like, you can do research and you can be like, oh, I kind of like what this guy says. It's stupid. You should just try to hear
Yeah.
every opinion you can.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing as people who only, watch MSNBC or only watch Fox News. Like, you're just gonna be in a bad place if you shut yourself off to everything. And it's like, I don't know, man. I just don't. The obvious thing to say would be, we can't, angry mob. We can't let the mob run their show. But like, it'll even out. I mean, like, dude, people are gonna stop watching SNL. Like,
Yeah.
They're just not in the business of taking risks anymore. That's like the bottom line. And I guess I understand, you don't want a guy who's everybody hates. I get that. But like, I don't know. I feel like if this dude got hired by Comedy Central, this would have never been. If this guy had been offered a show with, I'm trying to think of like
what do you
Silicon
think?
Valley or whatever.
Okay.
No, not even that. Like Comedy Central. Let's say this guy got offered a show on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Would people have clamored this hard and said, "Hey, he can't have a show"?
I think they would have tried.
You
and I think there would have
so?
been some controversy. I don't think he would have necessarily been.
I think this only happened because it's SNL
Network
and people.
TV or SNL.
Because it's SNL and people. I think people. The people who are angry about this are people who think that SNL has, a responsibility to report on like they have like integrity. The people who are mad about this think that SNL still has integrity.
Well, they
and
think
they're
it's
dumb.
I think because they do a lot of political stuff that they're supposed to be the champion
They're like,
of
we
righteousness.
you're better than this. They're the champions of. I mean,
Champions of Righteousness is the name of this episode.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, for real, it is. No, you're exactly right, dude. Ever since they started shitting on Trump, people feel that like SNL used to be just a show you watch because it was funny,
Right.
And then now, the risk you run is when you start doing political humor. People, if you're good at it, which SNL was, people are like, you have a responsibility now to be like the ethical, moral beacon for the rest of the country. If you're going to talk shit about everyone else for being unethical, then you have to be the beacon, which I think that's stupid. Like, it's the same argument that like people would have of like Jon Stewart, right?
Yeah.
It's like when Jon Stewart was prime, they would be like, if he, let's say he didn't like cover a hard-hitting issue or whatever, he would go on Fox News and they'd be like, well, you need to do more as a journalist. He's like, I go on after crank anchors.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a comedy show.
I'm a comedy.
Yeah.
Like, when did we have... Comedians have a responsibility to make you laugh. That's their only responsibility.
You know what, though? Actually, what show is it? Hardball? I forget what it was when he went bad on the guy that told him that. Part of me... I think that's a cop-out. Okay. All right. I might transition into something new, kind of.
Yeah.
This is one thing I've noticed, and it really drives me nuts. When someone does this sort of thing, like where they'll explain something, they'll say what they're doing a bad thing, okay?
Yeah.
And they'll say the bad thing before they do it. And I've heard guys do this a lot. They'll say something like, they'll do something that's like kind of inappropriate with a girl, and then they'll say, "Oh, don't me too me." Like,
oh,
don't me too.
That's pretty obnoxious.
Don't want to get me too'd. And like to me, I'm like, dude, just because, and I've seen this with a lot of people. They'll be like, don't mind me, just disregarding your feelings.
They're
say
definitely
that.
guilty of something.
Yeah, it's when they say something, when
Yeah.
people say like, they say the thing that they're about to do that's like bad behavior, and they think it excuses it.
Yeah,
they
it's like a
recognize
get out of
it.
jail free card.
Yes, because I'm like, the guy's like, don't me too me. All of a sudden it's like, okay, well now I can't say that you're doing something that's like violating my personal space because you already referenced it.
Yeah.
So that there's a lot of stuff like that which drives me nuts. And I feel like Jon Stewart, I guess why I'm connecting it is because he is doing this thing where he is saying, he is a news source. He is a journalist. And I know he's a comedy show. I know that like prank calling puppets come on after him. But at the same time, dude, you are a news show. So cover whatever you need to cover. And I don't think it's wildly outrageous to accuse someone of being a bad journalist and not covering.
Yeah, but I think the argument though, dude, is that people are like, wait, how do we get in a situation where a comedian is a more respected journalist than CNN?
Because he's
like,
more enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, but like that doesn't mean he has then the responsibility to like report, the true, fair, like he's supposed to be an entertainer. Like it's not if that's what they want, then his show would be boring. It wouldn't be funny. It would just be the news read by a guy that you like.
Read by a funny guy.
Yeah,
with a funny
that's
spin
what.
on it.
But that's not what his show was, and I don't think he has a responsibility to do that.
I think not to like the fullest extent, but I think to some degree, he absolutely does. If
Yeah.
you're gonna go into that lane, then you're picking up the sword.
Yeah,
and you
listen,
gotta-
does he have a little bit of responsibility to like do things ethically and like report the truth? Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's not his job to be your moral beacon because you can't find one.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I
You
think-
can't hold him to the highest, you can't hold him to the standard of people like CNN because they're actually trying and he's not. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to be like a straight journalist and he's not.
That's fair. I just didn't like the compare. I didn't like the whole crank yankers thing. Like I come on after, you know what I mean, before
Yeah.
a show with. I'm like, yeah, you do. But
You're selling
like,
yourself short.
I'm like,
he was sold himself short.
Yes, exactly. And I think he did that, and I think
Intentionally.
right. And it was a good like cover your ass because it does make the other person look like a jackass.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were, and he also like he steamrolled him, totally steamrolled.
Oh, I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah, it wasn't. He couldn't even respond. That's the thing, dude. You got to steamroll. If you're
Yeah,
arguing with
if
someone-
you're gonna run someone over, run them the fuck over, dude.
Bill O'Reilly, them dude.
Yes.
Bill O'Reilly
Yes.
was the best at
He
steamrolling.
was. He
Yeah.
really was. Like, say what you will about that dude. He's kind of a scumbag. I mean, he is a scumbag. We figured that out. But that dude, God
He could
forbid,
tie you to the railroad
got on
tracks,
that guy's
dude.
show.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Yeah.
Because like, doesn't matter what you say. You could be
Yeah,
arguing.
dude.
You could be arguing. You know, for like ending child slavery, and he'd be like, "Well, you don't have all the facts." And he'd go,
Yeah.
he's like, "I wrote this book about by the way, why are all those books called like Killing Hitler, Killing the Rising Sun? Have you read
Yeah.
into this, dude?"
I mean, you know what? I bought those books for my parents for Christmas. Gifts.
There you go.
That's
so
what
you've
they
seen the
exist for,
titles.
yeah.
Killing. God, he's obsessed with violence.
I think it was like
this
Killing
man.
Lincoln's one of them or
Killing
something
Lincoln.
like that.
What does that
Yeah.
mean? Like, what are you
I don't know.
doing? Shut up.
We're back with more of the same thing.
Lizzo made some headlines this week, and you guys know we've talked about Lizzo in the past. Search Lizzo Postmates.
Ooh, this is right.
Yes. So we
All
really
right.
have reached an intersection of topics on this podcast. Because just to recap, okay, so just read that first article right there.
Okay.
Lizzo apologizes for accusing a Postmates driver of stealing her food.
All right. Do you know the story?
I do know this story.
Okay.
Do
explain
you
it.
know this story? I'll
dude,
scroll down just to be
Indulge me.
basically. Okay, so this is a Jezebel article, which again, this is part of the problem, right? This is really part of the problem here. The bottom line is
Just
that
tell it like you know it. Tell it not like Jezebel, but tell it like you know it.
Lizzo basically doxed a Postmates employee, like
Oh,
by name,
what?
accusing them of stealing her food. Now, here's the deal. We've talked about our disdain
Dude,
for
Lizzo
Postmates.
is an angel, dude. Go ahead.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay. Here, no, you're not. I mean, the bottom line is, the part of me that hates Postmates, which if you watch this podcast, Steve, you'll know that we got beef with Postmates. They're lazy. They're a shady, false flag operation of a business that is basically a house of cards that relies on nothing. There's no customer service. The food's always terrible. It's a giant scam. Anyway, she called out Postmates, and part of me, I'm like, that's tight, dude. I'm glad that she's calling out
Oh,
Postmates.
dude, that's yes.
Having said that, though,
Okay.
that's the fattest thing anyone's ever done. Doxing an employee of Postmates because you think they stole their food.
Because you didn't get all your
you're-
sweet potato
Liz-
fries.
She is the fattest person alive, dude. I mean, straight. How can you not? Like, there are 600-pound people in line at a Golden Corral that have more respect than that.
Also, she's a millionaire.
Yes, dude.
That's the next level because it's like I could just get another one, or I could just like pay
Yeah.
someone $1,000 to go get me more sweet potato
Yeah.
fries instantly. But you're still like,
Dude, here's the problem, though.
I'm gonna dox you. I'm
doxed-
gonna expose you and
See-
have my fans go show up to your apartment.
Yeah, she wrote in a since deleted tweet, "Hey, at Postmates, this girl Tiffany W stole my food. She lucky I don't fight no more." Wow.
That's not even. That's just cute. She's just
Uh,
being cute. Her name's probably not.
Tiffany W. And then she wrote, "I apologize for putting that girl on blast," which, Jesus Christ. Like, Who asked you to
Lizzo.
apologize, Lizzo? This is a bitch move by you. Don't do this. Don't
That
give in.
is.
I apologize for putting that girl on blast. I understand I have a large following. There were so many variables that could have put her in danger. I'ma really be more responsible, which no longer believe you. If you say I'ma be really more responsible with my use of social media and check my petty and my pride at the door.
Why, you think she's like, oh yeah, like kind of saying it
Who
facetiously?
asked her to apologize? I mean,
Her
like, come
publicist.
on.
Dude, but that's the thing. I'm
blood
like,
in the water.
Dude, Lizzo. I like Lizzo. You should
Stand by it.
I wish she would have just been like, no, Tiffany W is a fat bitch that stole my sweet
Yeah,
potato
dude,
fries.
I would have loved that.
Fuck
And she
her.
was like, "Fuck that fat bitch, Tiffany White in
Yeah,
North
dude,
Hollywood."
I would be the biggest Lizzo fan.
I would
dude,
sign
if
on for
someone's
life.
stealing your fries, dude, you got it. They're gonna be like, you know what? Not gonna steal Lizzo's fries anymore.
No.
Because last time it didn't work
Dude,
out for me.
you know what's awesome is like, I feel like she's like talking about like, I have so much responsibility. I have such a big following. I kind of want to see someone with that big of a following abuse it. Like, how funny is that if she was just like straight up like she didn't hold back and she like straight up tweeted like, "Hey, Tiffany White, phone number 674," like gave out her phone number. This chick stole, light her up, ruin her life.
I know this is gonna ruin my career, but I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
no. And then
have
yeah, and then
retribution.
they call her out, and everyone's like calling for Lizzo to resign from the whatever, I don't know, singing, I don't know. And then she's just like, "Fuck no, fuck that bitch. She stole my," like she
dude.
stands by it. I mean,
I love someone that doubles down.
yes, dude, that's exactly what we're talking about. Double the fuck down. If you're gonna say it, dude.
If you feel that way, you
If
feel
you
that
feel
way.
that way, you feel that way, and she definitely does. And here's the thing: I think this ultimately shows that, like, dude, Lizzo has to be a huge bitch, dude. Like, fame definitely went to her head. It really had to have. That you would get that petty and like.
But here's another thought, though. Is she just that hungry? Like, has it got to her head? Is she a diva, or is she just
A girl when she's hungry, man. You don't fuck with a girl when she's hungry, let alone Lizzo. Who's clocking what? 3 hundo? 4 hundo? You gonna get in front of that train, my dude?
No.
What if Tiffany W was like, "Fuck, I picked the wrong chicken sandwich to steal, dude.
Yeah.
I went to Popeyes."
Yeah.
What did you? Here's the thing, though. Here's
It
what.
said Lizzo on the receipt.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
No, here's what I don't understand, though, dude. What did she steal? Like, it's not like Lizzo got some food, right? So she had a point of reference to know that something was stolen.
Is that not in the article?
It doesn't. No, we did not go into detail as to what Lizzo ordered. It's funny how that part wasn't public.
Yeah.
Why
Did
don't
she
you? Why
steal-
don't you post
right.
the receipt, Lizzo? Why don't you show the world what you decide to
Yeah,
order?
yeah,
That's the only reason
dude.
is because it's like 6 Popeyes chicken sandwiches, 2
Right.
strawberry shakes. Like,
Here's the thing: if someone orders a chicken sandwich and fries, the delivery driver doesn't steal the chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
But if you order 3 chicken sandwiches,
yeah. Then they were
4
like,
chicken fries,
They
with
didn't
waffle
they're not
fries.
gonna notice 1 chicken
That's
sandwich.
what I'm saying, dude.
That this is such a sham. It's such a sham. Sometimes I feel like I'm
Lizzo!
living in like a glitch of the Matrix. That like this is so stupid. Like, why are we even debating this? Like, she said, "I apologize. I put her on blast. I have a responsibility." You have no responsibility, Lizzo. You have none. You don't even take responsibility for your own life, dude. Like.
Yeah.
Look, and then here we go. Here's the rest of this Jezebel art. You know what? I'm done with this shit. But like, wow, dude. Yeah, I guess I would have loved to see what Lizzo's order was.
Yeah.
Post
That
the
someone
receipt.
could-
Hashtag,
Right.
if you're tweeting, dude, post the receipt. If you're going to trash Postmates, you
Yeah.
got to post what you ordered.
Here's the thing.
I think that's fair.
It's like an insurance claim. The more details you have, the more likely you are to win.
Yeah.
That's the way it is,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
so if
true.
you say, "Hey, listen up. Check out this receipt. I'm going to take a picture of all the food laid out, and you're going to see what's
yeah.
missing."
No, yeah,
'Cause
do it.
Tiffany W ate one of my 4 chicken
Yes.
sandwiches.
Dude, that's true. You gotta have, if you're gonna make a case, make a fucking case, dude. You know what this reeks of? This reeks of the girl at the mall who's like the trashy, this is like when you're like 13 hanging out at the mall. The trashy girl who's like 13, 14, probably girlfriend of Travis.
Wait,
and she's-
Kendra?
Kendra, yeah, whatever.
yeah.
That's a great one. This is very much like that girl who's standing outside the Foot Locker and finds like the security guard, and she's like, "Hey, someone stole my purse." And he's like, oh, okay, well, where did they steal it? She's like, oh, well, I was just like over, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, how much money was in it? Well, I don't. And then they're like, well, where's, and then like point to a guy who's her boyfriend. And she's like, well, no, it wasn't stolen. Like, it's all bullshit is what I'm saying. You know,
You
post
need
the receipt,
details.
Lizzo. You
Yeah.
got to have details. If you're going to call them out.
If you're going to do it, because if you call someone a thief.
Yeah, dude. Talk about societal standards. Like, you can't really get lower than calling someone like a thief other than calling them like what? Like a pedophile or
rapist.
Rapist.
Murder.
Yeah, that's another one. Rapist. Yeah.
Yeah, but
What's
that's
the pecking order? What do you most not want to be accused of?
Chomo.
Child mo? Yeah, then probably rape, any kind of sexual assault, and then thief.
Right.
And
You
then
know
right
what's-
below that, thief of Lizzo's 6 chicken sandwiches.
Yep. It's right. Yeah, it's right there.
Do you
Dude,
think she eats fat still, or do you think she's trying to... See, here, you know what I read this as? Is I feel like she's trying to lean into her fat thing. Like, that's kind of like what
I
got
think
her on
so
the map.
too, yeah.
As, like,
I
being
agree.
like, this is my body. I don't give a fuck, which is great, dude. Like, do what you do.
Yeah.
Speak your truth for the 4 years you have left in your life. Like, that's great. But...
It's your brand.
That's your brand. That's fine.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is... I think she's leaning into it now. I think she's doing extra
Right.
fat behavior. I mean, dude, that's
I
not
mean-
even... I'm cheap and fat, and I would never do that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to dox
Yeah.
a post. If I had a following, I might. But
Here's the thing. Did she write Tiffany W. or did she actually write her name?
I don't know. She
I
deleted,
feel like
she deleted
if she
the
did
tweet.
it had to be her actual name, because if she put in Tiffany W, it's just
And they
not
still
enough
asked
information
her?
to like write a Jezebel article. You know?
Yeah.
So,
well,
let's say
what
she
does it
did.
take to get people... Lizzo's the most loved among, like, the,
Yeah.
like the super, woke people, and they turned on her.
Yeah, man.
It's not
That's-
good.
Dude, but that's the thing. Dude, there's a great book by John Ronson called So You've Been Publicly Shamed. I recommend it to anyone. But what I've learned about being publicly shamed, you know how to avoid it?
Yeah.
You don't experience the shame. Because that's how you get,
Yeah.
that's how you, any
Don't
time in
apologize. You're
history,
saying don't apologize.
no apology, no like, oh, I regret
What if you're
anything.
like clearly guilty?
Here's the thing. You can sometimes an apology is in order and a little bit of shame is in order, and that's
Yeah.
fine. But if you want to avoid it entirely, I swear, dude, read this book and they go through like times in history where how people have responded to shame and when it's ruined people and when it has not. So if you do experience a public shaming, if you just double down and you say, yeah, I did that. I'm not sorry. I don't regret anything. This is who I am. Let's say Lizzo, for example. If
Yeah.
she would have said, yeah, I understand like what I was doing. I knew and I fully was aware of what I was doing. I regret nothing. This is who I am. People would just be like,
Fuck.
there's nothing
What
to
now?
do.
What-
People like to watch people experience shame.
Yes, they do. That's 100% it. Because they don't actually want them to be better people. They don't give a fuck about that. They just want to post about it and then be like, I was on the right. People, it seems like, are very concerned about being on the right side of history rather than experiencing life itself.
I don't think they are. I think they're more concerned figuring out how they're better than someone else.
You think that's what it is?
I think that's the motivation.
So then the question would be, how has this manifested itself before the internet? Like if this is legitimate human behavior that's internal to us, that like, let's say there's an internal thing that says humans love to watch other humans fail and struggle so that they feel better about their own lives. Right?
I mean, I just feel like, yeah, it happens all the time. Think about gossip, right? Why do people like
Yeah.
gossip? Oh, did you hear?
Yeah, because
Maggie's husband was... Who knows what?
But they
Maggie's
also like
husband's
being
doing.
the person, like the center of attention a little bit. Like they like being the person who's like, oh, well, I told you that this thing was like fucking. When I used to tour in punk bands, dude, it was so common. You would see like the person who's like they couldn't wait to tell you how the thing you loved was actually super unethical.
Yeah.
Like one time I was drinking a beer and this guy came up and he was like, "Oh, Coors Light," I'm like, or no, it was the Red Stripe.
Okay.
The Jamaican beer. I was drinking it one time and I was like, oh, did you know that they, use child slaves to package their product? I was like, oh, yeah, well, okay. Well, I got a 6-pack and I'm more poor than I am ethical, so...
What you should have done
You
is
know.
when he said, "Did you know that?" You should just take a big swig of the beer and said,
I
Yeah.
did. Yeah. That's actually why it tastes so good.
"I hate this."
Those kids have
It
a
tastes
really
bad.
good eye for like malt. And like, this is great. It's a great balanced beverage, you know?
Now, if you excuse me.
People want to be the person that tells you the thing you love sucks.
Yeah, and it's like,
But like, why?
Because it's
Who wants to?
dude.
Wouldn't you feel
ethical
bad?
higher ground, my man.
But don't you feel bad about that? Don't you feel bad for
No. You
this
feel
holier than
good.
thou?
You feel good, dude.
Yeah.
Holiness feels good.
Let's do a full 180. Can we switch? Can we like just rebrand the podcast to be like a positive? Everybody wins. Let's white knight our ways into some SNL skit. Like we can do it, man.
Yeah, let's call it the righteous. What was it? The righteous brothers.
What?
What did we want to call it?
Champions of Righteousness or
Yeah,
something.
champions of righteousness.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And then it'll be so the joke will be that we are very virtuous and very righteous.
Yeah.
But then we say like the stuff we said at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm down for it. Either way, though, Lizzo, you know, good. I like where your head's at. Shitting on the
I do
Postmate
too.
drivers. The delivery could have been executed a little bit better,
Yeah.
I think. But
Also, you know what? I'm proud of Lizzo for going bad on a delivery driver, but disappointed in Lizzo for succumbing to the pressures of writing an apology tweet.
yeah.
Girl, what you doing,
Yeah,
dude?
don't do that.
Be
Stand
yourself.
by it.
You're still pissed.
You're
Now
one of the biggest stars in America.
Yes.
Stand by it.
See?
She doesn't want to risk it though, dude. She's
paid?
leaning into the fat thing, dude.
She is.
She
for
is. She's
sure.
gonna. There's
Sure,
gonna be a
big girls
point.
like food. That
Yeah.
angle. Yeah.
And
But
she's like, I ain't gonna take no shit. Like, dude.
regardless, though,
Which
I
is
would
fine.
do that. I would do that stuff too, though. Regardless, yeah, she's
Yeah.
leaning into it. She's like, I'm a big girl. I want a chicken sandwich. But at the same time, cool. And you paid for a chicken sandwich you didn't get. I'd be pissed too.
We're like, let's see how her career goes. Let's see if she can sustain this success. The second that this starts to like, her fame starts to dwindle a little bit, that's when you can guarantee she's going to ramp up the fatness. And then we're going to enter a situation like this again. Like, wait, she'll like drop 3 places on the charts and then we'll see an Instagram live of her like getting into a bath of maple syrup or something like that. Like, she's going to lean.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, I'm just an ant on the pig.
She's got
I don't care. Like,
We're like, well, too far.
too far, Lizzo. That's not.
far.
Listen, body positive. She's like, I don't care. I hope I die. Somebody feed me. And it's just
Like,
a dark
it's
room.
not cute.
Yeah, like, oh,
It was
Lizzo,
when
you really.
The very edge of the cuteness is when you dox a Postmates employer. Or
So here's
yeah,
the thing,
yeah.
though, dude. Do you think she's gonna lose weight, or do you think she's gonna stay there?
See, you
'Cause, like, that's
seem
the
to
brand,
think it's detrimental
right?
to her health to be the size she is.
I seem
don't
to
even know
think.
what she
I think
looks like,
doctors
really.
seem to think. Okay, listen. I know I'm gonna die. All right, like that's the difference. That's
You also
the real
body dysmorphia. I think you see yourself as like this Golden Corral obese, like
I am,
What?
dude. And what do you think motivation I have to fix it? If I just sat around listening to Lizzo thinking life was perfect, no. Dude, it is absolutely unhealthy. It is. But
Okay.
here's the difference. At least I have the self-awareness. You know what's crazy? You know who I would hate to be is the doctor, Lizzo's doctor. That's who I would hate to be, because she comes in for a checkup and you have to be like, all right, well, I got to tell her that her blood pressure is insanely high, but I got to say it right. I can't be like, Lizzo, you got to lose weight. She'd be like, what the fuck? Like, no, I don't. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think as a doctor, here's how I would treat that as a doctor.
Yeah.
I would just deliver the information. I would just say, here's the information.
Lizzo, here's the
It's not
information as
good.
we have it.
Yeah.
You weigh 420 pounds.
Is she that?
No.
She a big
How much
girl,
do you think?
but
How much
I
do you
don't-
think? Do we
I've
know?
seen-
Can we figure this out? How much? Google how much does Lizzo weigh?
All right. You
I'm
burn
gonna
time.
say. Wait, hold on. When you get to it, I want to see a picture of her, and I can't believe how much does it just didn't even pop up. Lizzo weigh.
People have Googled it.
She's never gonna say it, dude. She would never say it. If it's not an issue, say it, right? If it's not a big deal, then say it.
Yeah. Ooh, dude, this is interesting. She was like not as thick in 2017.
I'm telling you, dude, she's playing this up. She's gonna get fatter. She's gonna get fatter. Like, it's not gonna say, dude. She's not gonna post it. All I'm saying that. Oh wait, hold on. This says 190 pounds. That. No.
You know what we just realized?
What?
This is from 2017.
You saying she does not weigh 180 pounds now?
No, what I'm saying is, I think you're right. I think she was
skinnier and
she was a musician.
Inflated up.
Yeah.
She blew up a little bit to get a little more publicity. That's where we're at, dude. America's gotten so fat that now we're like, well, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna like try to change it, or no? We'll just make everyone feel better for this bad situation.
I think
we're
honestly,
in.
I think it's whatever sells, baby.
It is whatever sells. And here's the thing: who's buying? Most of the country. What's most of the country? Overweight. Bing.
Here's the thing.
There we go. New market.
Skinny people can't sell food.
Skinny people cannot sell food, dude. No. That's a good fucking point. Go watch any ad for any like Popeyes, McDonald's, Burger King. It's not gonna be a skinny person in it. They're gonna have a little bit of weight. They're not gonna be obese because they don't want you to be, depressed and kill yourself before you can get to the drive-through. But
yeah,
they're gonna be a little overweight.
Yeah.
Wait. Good for you, Lizzo. Stand your ground. Good, I think you could have executed it better. I think you could have stood by it. If you're gonna call him out, I support you abusing your platform to dox a low-level Postmates employee. Yeah. I don't want that twisted. I do support that. Don't puss out if you get called out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That's the same thing too. I think that it was authentic for you to call out the employee. It was not authentic. I know you're not sorry.
No, she's not sorry.
Nope.
She does not give a fuck about Tiffany W.
No.
Can we get Tiffany W? Does anyone have her contact info?
Does Lizzo live in LA?
She's got to live in LA.
Probably.
Let's try to get Tiffany W as a...
We'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll use our connections.
Yeah.
Actually, I bet Tiffany W. You know what? I'm not gonna go down this road.
Don't go down it.
She's not great. I don't think we'd
Tiffany
like hanging
W.
out with
definitely stole that food. Tiffany W. might be fatter than Lizzo. That'd be the real crazy thing. That would be the real crazy thing. Then we go down the road of Lizzo's fat shaming around people, and then we can be like, well, you don't really stand by it,
That'd be interesting.
So many roads we can go. We won't go down them all here. But you had another topic you mentioned, right?
Okay.
How can you think that's okay?
All right, so this week I should really do something called the Train Chronicles. My experiences on public transportation.
On the LA train.
It is an eclectic
The LA
mix.
train, which by the way, nobody but Joey uses. So.
Dude, me, but there's not a lot of people using it, but there's not a lot of trains that run. So all the trains are packed, okay?
They got to shut that down.
Yeah. I actually really like it. But it is kind of frustrating at times, but it will always be less frustrating than driving a car.
I disagree, but we'll have to just agree to disagree on that.
Well, that's it for another time.
So you're on the train, some fuckery's going down.
This time, there really wasn't any fuckery, all right? So this is like rush hour at maybe like 5:30. So there's a lot of people on the train.
Yeah.
This woman brings her bike on the train, which I'm not saying is an asshole move, but it takes a lot of space on the train. You're occupying a lot of space on a very crowded
how much
train.
more public train? I would just be, we get it. You don't have a car.
Right.
Oh, you're better than me. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so she gets on. She's talking on the phone. All right. It's like already she just, when you hear someone talking on the phone, you're like, I don't like what they're saying. I don't like this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like talking, and I hear her. I think she has like a British accent or something, and I'm already kind of like, I just don't like this lady. So she puts her bike in.
Wait, you just because she had a British? I also feel that way sometimes. If you have a British accent, I'm like, oh god, fuck this person.
It was the
great.
It wasn't the commoner British accent. It was like the cunty British accent.
Oh really?
It was a little bit like
it wasn't like the fucking Cockney son.
No,
that's about as far as I can go on that.
It bobbed.
It was bad.
It was like, we're gonna go to the
sorry,
store.
we were on the train.
Oh yes,
I was listening to the new Lizzo album.
That's what I'm. That's
the
real
other
posh.
day, and I thought, by golly, she must weigh 700 pounds.
Yeah, pounds was awesome.
700 pounds.
You basically, if you're British, you say pounds instead of pounds.
I'm British. I love shitting on America, even though we voted to remove our country from a national system of governance, and now we're dumb. I'm British. Fuck Donald Trump. He's so terrible. Oh, sorry, we have no money in the UK anymore. I found like this sounds like a dumb British person who's dumb, but yeah, you get the point.
Yeah, you get the point. But she had she had a dumb accent, right? So, I don't know. Whatever it was, she just seemed like she probably thought she was better than me.
Yeah.
All right? But she has her bike in the middle.
All speculation.
Yeah, all speculation. I'm not a huge fan. But I didn't do anything.
She brought her bike on the train.
Yeah,
when you
I'm
do
just
that,
like-
we're gonna imagine what your life is like.
So, and she, I don't know. Anyway, I'm kind of like not crazy about this person in front of me. So the train is about to go. She's not holding on to anything. She's not stabilizing herself at all. She just stops in the middle and she holds her bike like this. All right. And so we're all looking at her like we're all like, this lady, anyone that's ridden the train before knows this woman's gonna eat shit.
She's gonna fall down.
Based
She's
on
not
the way
holding on to
she's
anything.
yes, based on the
Has
way
she ever been on a train?
this is the thing. I don't think she's because the metro pops, dude.
Yeah, I bet it does. It pops off.
Right. So we're
A
all
lot of
like,
them do.
and we're all kind of looking at each other. Swear, I'm looking at everyone in the little cart where we are, who can see her, and we're like, oh, this lady don't know. And she has a bike. She's gonna fall on top of her bike. All right. So I'm the one in front of her. I'm like trying to get her attention. I'm like, hey, and it's about to go. We're about to go. I'm like, hey, all right. And she just ignores me and is kind of like talking on the phone and is distracted. Full on just eats it.
Yes,
Eats a
love
pile of shit, dude. The bike hits me. She falls on her face.
Oh no.
I helped her up. Another person helped her up, but and then she on the phone. What she was saying to the person on the phone was like, "So,
Are you okay?"
yeah, no, she was so indignant of like pissed at the train for moving.
Oh, really?
It was the funniest thing because I could tell that we were all just kind of like, this lady's gonna eat shit. Let's try to not. But she's also too much of a bitch to listen to us try to tell her that she's gonna.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, "Hey, lady, you might want to hold on to something." Hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
I've been on a fucking train. I've been out here since you're on the train all fucking day. You don't tell me how to ride a fucking train.
She had that attitude of like, because
We voted to leave the European
Oh my God.
Union. I don't need your dumb American. Yeah, you get it.
yeah.
So she just ate shit, and then she just acted. She got up. She was like, "Oh, sorry, the train."
She was very embarrassed and then very indignant on the phone because obviously the person on the phone knew she fell down.
Yeah, just and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?"
Yeah. Well, but nobody was. Everyone on the train. You
gotta start
all
filming this shit,
collectively
dude.
know.
Get a
you're
GoPro.
Like, I know. Okay, I actually have one more train thing.
Yeah, keep going.
All right. So this guy, God bless any cute girl, man, and the shit they have to go through.
Oh yeah,
all right?
I can't fucking imagine.
So this was today. This was like a couple hours ago. I'm waiting to get on the train, and there's this dude. There's this like kind of like small Asian girl. She's got a couple bags from Trader Joe's, like grocery bags. I think something might say vegan or vegetarian on it.
Yeah.
And this dude that's probably twice her age, is talking to her. He's not being aggressive or anything. We're waiting for the train. He starts kind of making conversation with her about vegetarianism or something like that. I think he thinks he has like a connection with her.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I can talk
Is
about
this guy like normal?
He's a
Like,
nice
could
guy.
they go on a date? Like, I assume you're leading up to a story where he's like saying some creepy shit.
They would look weird together.
They would look weird.
They would look weird on a date,
Yeah,
okay?
you shouldn't ask anyone out if you know you're out of their league. You can't ask them out in public, dude.
That was it. It was like, and I'm watching it, and I can tell she can't be rude, and also I think she's a little afraid to be rude. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, for rightfully so.
So she's sitting on the like, oh, okay. And then they get on the train and he's still talking to her. He's still like making conversation about vegetarianism. And I could tell, here's the problem.
What's
the problem.
that conversation like? Oh, you don't eat meat? Oh, me too. Oh,
Yeah.
what do you like to eat? Well, I like to eat mushrooms and carrots and lettuce.
I think, okay, well, she was kind of, it was definitely a one-way conversation, but like.
Yeah, she's like, hey, can you get the fuck away?
That's
when you go headphones in, dude.
she had headphones in.
Oh, wow.
She had headphones in
that's
the
a really
whole
actual
time.
critical detail of this story.
Sorry, I forgot about that. She had.
She didn't pop one out? She didn't do the...
She might have been, but when he talked to her the original
2
time,
means I want to fuck you.
Right.
1 means please leave me alone.
I'm
being
know.
a person.
I didn't even see her pop one out, man.
By the way, I'm not talking about girl specific. I'm just saying like if you let's say you're single, someone comes up to you and you're talking. 2 means like, hey, I'm open.
Yeah.
I would like to learn more about you. 1 is like, I'm not an asshole.
Right.
But, you know.
Right.
take
One
one pot
is
out.
like, one is I'm not an asshole. 0 is I am an asshole. 2 is like, I'm giving you my entire attention.
Yeah. We can go for.
Well, I don't think she pulled out 1, but I could. My point is, I could tell that this guy was misinterpreting her politeness for interest, and I could
Which is a common thing.
dude. But I was just listening, and I'm like, dude, I know this girl has no interest, but she's not trying to hurt the guy's feelings, and she's also just not trying to create an awkward situation for herself.
She didn't want this. She didn't walk into that.
So I'm just listening. I'm like, oh, this poor girl has no idea. So this guy, and I can tell this guy is thinking like, dude, this woman is interested in me.
Yeah.
I'm watching this miscommunication happen, and I'm like, I am so glad that women don't feel comfortable hitting on men.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's
so
becoming more and more
awesome.
common now.
It is, but it's so unlikely.
Yeah. Well, it's a tricky situation because, like, did that dude on paper? Did that dude do anything wrong other than just try to have a conversation with someone? No, he's playing the game right. Like, he's like, you know what? Fuck Tinder. I don't want to go down there. Everyone I match with on Tinder ends up catfishing me, and they end up being some like fat chick in Indiana.
I
just want to talk to someone in real life. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hate? Here's the real question: is can you hate?
I'm not calling this guy. No.
Are you knocking the hustle?
I'm not. This guy was shooting his shot. But here was the problem, okay? He was shooting his shot, but this girl didn't. And I would imagine if this woman would have said, hey, I'm sorry, I'm just not doing, like, I just kind of need to.
See, you
listen.
can't even do it. That's
It's
the whole
hard.
thing. You
Right.
can't even do it.
Here's the thing.
You gotta lie.
Yeah.
You have to lie.
Oh, I
You're
have a
like,
call or
hey,
something.
I'm talking
Yeah.
to someone on the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, my boyfriend's on the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it. That's
Right.
like, that's the ultimate.
But
Lying
what I-
is okay.
It is okay. It is okay, but let's say she did. Let's just say she didn't lie to him and just was straight with him and said, hey, yeah, I kind of just want to listen to music and kind of zone out for a bit, if that's okay. This guy, he could have, I would imagine he would have said, oh, yeah, totally. I'll just, sorry about that. And he would have just minded his own business. He could have. But this woman, she doesn't know that.
Of course she doesn't
know how he's going to react.
Yeah, he could on the dime be like, hey, listen, bitch. Who do you think I am?
dude.
Pulls out a knife. Like,
Dude.
I'm the only
You're
man in
the-
your life.
Right,
Like,
yes,
yeah.
dude,
No,
you're
it's
the-
a scary world. Listen, again, I can't pretend to know what that situation's like. I've only been on the other side of that. Like the guy who just was not taking a clue as to like, hey, this chick is not into you.
You've never had, wait, have you ever had a gay man hit on you?
Yes.
It can put you in the position where you're like, you know what? I'm going to stay out of women's business.
Yeah, but I also like every time the gay dude hit on me, it was less like, oh God, I'm bothered by this. I was more like, oh, this guy, the fact that he's talking to me this much, he has to want to fuck me because like, why would you? We have nothing in common. You're very gay and I'm painfully straight.
Well, there's that where it's, if a guy's like talking to you for a while, you can be like, okay, this guy's got motives, right?
Yeah.
But when a guy is aggressively like talking to you and you're not interested,
Yeah.
and even if you say that and there's still more, it's like, I guess I've talked to a lot of guys that have this experience, but they think like that is what it's like to be a woman, is just a fear. It's like a fear because there is a threat there.
Yeah, of course it's a fear.
And the relentlessness of not understanding verbal cues, and then the being forced to say verbally, hey, leave me the fuck alone. You're scaring me.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I've never been in that. I really don't know what that feeling is like because I'm usually the person. I avoid all this by I don't talk to anybody.
I don't either.
Like I shut it the fuck down. Unless you're homeless, then I will talk to you.
Yeah.
Then I will want to know more about your life. But
Then
if I can tell
right.
at all that you have your shit together, I don't want to talk to you at all.
I let people engage with me.
Yeah. See, gay dudes, They hit on me sometimes because I work out at the 24-hour fitness in West Hollywood, I should say. But they don't hit on me in like a traditional way. It's more like I'm like a fixer-upper. Like I notice that like super attractive gay dudes in my gym will come up and they will be like, "What's going on, man? Like, how you doing?" Like,
really?
Yes, but like not in a sexual way. Like in a way, I think sometimes I wonder. I feel like I've said this. I wonder if they're betting on me to like become hot.
Oh, it's
and they're like, this guy's got the stuff.
Futures.
They're like a Major League Baseball pitching scout. They're like, I think this guy's got the juice. Like, hey bud, hey, how you doing? Like, they on paper they're like, yeah, not right now. I'm not gonna fuck you, but like, if you keep going to this gym, shave that shitty beard off, you could be hot. So I feel like they're trying to bet low with me sometimes.
Right. That they'll when you get hot, you'll remember that.
That I'll remember.
Right.
You know, which joke's on them. It ain't happening anytime soon. I order like Lizzo on Postmates, dude. It's gonna be a game over.
Yeah.
I think we gotta wrap this up, dude.
Oh yeah, finish up.
We're running low here. We can't do 2 hours. What do you expect us to do?
Yeah. No, I can't.
How much do people want from us? You know?
Watch the whole
thing.
Average plays is like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah. Is it really? No, I believe that. I believe that it is.
No.
I should go into the
Here's
YouTube
the thing.
analytics.
Everyone's really cool because they tell me things. They're like, oh, they'll make a joke about a part of the podcast that was at the end.
Yeah.
And that people, dude, when someone says something about the podcast, I think a lot of times people are just like, hey, this is cool. But it like really makes my day, dude.
It does. Yeah. Speaking of, if you are still watching, ran into a couple people at Go Bananas this past weekend who did listen to pod. Shout out to them. Thanks for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Tim Dillon. Those were good shows. Yeah, just whatever. I don't know. I guess I don't expect you to share this on your Facebook feed because you probably want to get a job at SNL. Yeah. But, like it, subscribe to it. Yeah. I think that's how they won't let us run ads because we shit talked Rise Against and their fucking lawyers went after us and got the video taken down. That's a whole other story. Fuck Rise Against. Share the pod. We'll be back next week unless, Let's just see if we can find Tiffany W. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's start a nationwide campaign. Who is Tiffany W? What did you steal? Did you have a reason to steal?
I want to know. We know so little about either side of the story.
And I feel like we're never going to learn because Lizzo's not going to share her order. So.
And that's what sucks about this news story is it's not about the actual story. It's not about what happened that night.
No.
And that's what sucks. Because that's all I care about is how did that transaction actually happen?
Hashtag show me the receipt. Thanks for watching. See ya.